Gathered today outside former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in West Palm Beach, Florida, in support of him. It comes after the FBI conducted a search warrant at the home yesterday. Aerials show the group of protesters with their signs and flags. The former president and several Republicans are demanding answers tonight, but so far, the FBI and Justice Department are not publicly commenting. Skylar Henry takes a look at what's next.
Congressional Republicans are slamming the Justice Department and calling for investigations, one day after the FBI searched former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago, Florida residence.
I want to know what led to this. I think every Republican believes that the FBI, when it comes to Trump and other organizations, have lost their mind.
Sources tell CBS News the search was connected to a Justice Department investigation of claims by the National Archives that it found 15 boxes of records, including classified material at Mar-a-Lago earlier this year. The former president and his family publicly blamed President Biden and the Democrats.
They want to attack a guy who they view as his greatest threat, is Biden's greatest threat.
But a White House official tells CBS News they were given no heads up.
The president was not briefed, was not aware of it. The Justice Department conducts investigations independently, and we leave any law enforcement matters to them.
Executing a search warrant on a former president's home has never been done before, and given the political nature of this search, approval likely came from the very top of the FBI and the Department of Justice.
For them to do this, the Department of Justice, the FBI, every I was dotted, every T was crossed.
Under the Presidential Records Act, documents received and sent by the president are required to be preserved. Since the search, protesters for and against the former president have gathered outside of Trump-owned properties in multiple states. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Former President Trump called the incident a raid. However, legal experts say it was not a raid, but a search. KHOU 11 legal analyst Carmen Rowe says generally a raid is action by law enforcement where police force their way into a location with guns drawn. The execution of a search warrant is the coordination by phone or by knocking on the door of a location to access areas where a search is to be conducted. President Trump's home was accessed by the execution of a search warrant, but was not a raid. The Secret Service was made aware of law enforcement presence before entering the home to execute the warrant.